welcome to Real Reviews. This week we have Avengers Endgame.
10 years in the making.
10 years in the making, literally 10 years in the making. Now the fun part is to review a movie that you can't say anything about, so as not to spoil it for everybody.
Like, we are going to do this review spoiler-free once. I can't imagine how the cast, like, how they feel doing, like, press for this movie where, like, you can't say anything.
Yeah.
You literally can't say anything about this movie because it's all spoiler.
Yes. So as we left Infinity War, the snap happened. Some of the Marvel Universe has disappeared.
Some? Half.
Yeah, half of all of living creatures in the universe are gone thanks to Thanos. So you're thinking, how are the Avengers going to fix this? I had an idea in my head, and I was right.
Yeah.
I think most people are right. But then Marvel does what Marvel does best.
Yeah.
And they take it to the next degree of amazingness. I did not expect what was going to happen in this movie actually took place.
There's like a few, like, you know, I talk with Kurt, you bounce some theories off, and you do see some theories like come to light, but like ultimately the theories that we thought that were going to play such a huge deal were so minuscule. You're like, oh, okay, and then like something bigger and better happens. You're like, you didn't even see it coming.
No, I didn't see it coming. The first 15 minutes it said something. I was like, what?
And it starts off just like, let's rock and roll. Like, let's get right into the meat and potatoes of things.
Yeah.
3 hours long.
Didn't feel like it.
Man.
I had the highs and lows of this movie. There's a few lulls, but the lulls are still good to watch, I think. Like the non-action filled
where they're
parts.
Discussing stuff.
Yeah, and
for
like
sure.
planning everything out. But by the third act, it was just pure joy. My eyes welled up 3 times in this movie. Heartache, just for being sad, and one just out of pure
nerd joy.
Yeah. From getting to see like a comic book come to life. The things you've read since I was 5 or 6 years old, you know, just took place on the screen to the point where I never thought. I think I've said this in almost every Avengers review. Like, I can't believe I got to see that on the screen. This one took it to the 10th degree of what I got to see as a comic book fan on the screen.
The heartache in this, like Kurt said, it's so real. Like, you've been with these characters for 10 years, right? So to see anything happen to any of them starts tugging on the heartstrings. But you know, this is the last movie in the MCU, so you pretty much know, like, whatever happens, it's final. And to me, just, you digest it last night. I come in this morning, I'm still thinking about a couple scenes. I'm like, whew, like, still gets me going. But yeah, like Kurt said, the third act, like, you know, the final battle, if you will, like, whatever you're thinking about, like, for any sort of battle, multiply it times 10, multiply it by 100. It's going to blow your socks right off. Yeah. Like, and it's no exaggeration. Like, this is something, if you've invested any amount of time in the MCU, you're gonna come out pleased.
I think there's almost degrees of enjoyment in this movie. I was thinking, because
highs and lows.
You can watch, you know, the odd Marvel movie, watch Infinity War, watch this one, and have a good time.
Yeah.
You can be, if you are a true fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and you've watched all these movies and you've watched them multiple times and know these characters in depth, you will get so much more out of this movie.
You're gonna see all the little things, right, that connect back to Iron Man 1 or Thor 2 or Captain America 2.
How they did that is beyond me. I did not expect it.
Just, it all interconnects. And we're not talking about 1, 2, 3 movies. 22 movies.
Yeah.
You can't even begin to start like how good this rating was.
And then you can add another if you're not only a fan of the movies but a fan of the comic books. So I feel there's 3 levels. So I got the full third tier experience of enjoyment for this movie.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I can't say anything. All I have to say is, like, you have to go out and see this. You have to. You have
to see this one in theaters. Yeah, it is mandatory. I honestly don't know how they're going to top this, but whatever. I'm going to give this movie, like, screw it. I'm going to give it a 10. Like, they pulled it off.
There's nothing that you cannot, like, there's nothing bad about this movie. There's nothing that you can, you know, kind of nitpick about. Like, if you're in there, you're going to come out, you're going to shed a few tears, you're going to be so happy, you know, when you finish. You're going to come out drained emotionally. Oh, 10.
10, 100% pure joy comes out of Avengers Endgame. Go check out our Facebook page, and if you do that, you can find out how you can get entered to win a $30 gift certificate to Perkins Restaurant and Bakery. Hey, you can go to Perkins every week and check out some new menu items.
Hey.
Hey.